Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going over this bolt carrier group here from Aim Surplus. It's kind of a Franken bolt carrier group, if you will. It's got some nickel boron stuff going on, some nitride stuff, and we'll get into all that. We'll do a little bit more shooting and step inside, show you how it cleans up once we get it all dirty, and go over some of the specs and details of it, and that'll probably do it. But that's what's coming up next, guys. One thing that's nice about the nickel boron type finishes and the nitride finishes is that when they're dirty, like you see here, it's pretty easy to clean both of them. Both the different finishes will add lubricity, so that certainly helps when cleaning the carbon off of a bolt carrier group, and they also add some surface hardening on there. So we'll get this one cleaned up and then get back to taking a good look at it here. The carrier is made from 8620 steel and is full auto profile. You can tell by the large piece here on the back. For those that don't know, the semi-auto carriers will have a little small piece on the back and is not capable of running a full auto gun. So this one is, and it'll work just fine in either semi or full auto. Up front here, you'll know these cuts that are in there. What those cuts are there for is that so when the carrier is riding back and forth in your upper receiver, it gives it a little bit more room for dirt, grime, grease, whatever the case may be, carbon, to be in there and yet still move back and forth more freely. So I suppose in more adverse conditions, it still has a little bit more room to play, if you will. So that's certainly a good thing. Obviously, the number one thing you're going to notice on there is the coating, and it's nickel boron coating. It's got the EXO coating on there, which is used by several other brands and has been so for a number of years now and has been doing very well. Gives you a little more lubricity, like we mentioned earlier. Gives it a nice even feel here, or even look, I should say. And actually, when you get this in new, it's a lot shinier than it is now, but after some use, it will take sort of a stain, if you will, but we'll still retain the characteristics of it in terms of being able to be wiped clean, the added lubricity, and so on. The gas key here has a black nitride finish, and it's properly staked, as you can see there. It's made from 4140 steel, and it is heat treated as well. The bolt and the extractor are made from 9310 steel. They are heat treated, shot peened, and then magnetic particle inspected to make sure there's no like hairline fractures or anything like that in there that could cause issues down the road. So all that's done, and then it's nitrided. So that nitriding is going to give you a lot of things. It's going to give you a very hard surface tension for durability over time. It's also going to give you a little bit of lubricity and tons of corrosion resistant. We've done a few nitrided bolt carrier groups, bolts, etc. here on the channel before. We've always had good luck with them. One thing I want to point out here is on the extractor, it does come with the black O-ring insert and has the little black insert inside there as well. I think I hit most of the important details there in terms of specs. Performance has been flawless. We've had it in two different rifles. The majority of the rounds, though, have been through a Faxon Firearms barrel, and it's ran flawlessly there. Headspace checks out just fine. You can see the extraction's been good, obviously depending on suppressor use or not suppressor use, different rounds, stuff like that. But it runs, well, no doubt about it. And really the only criticism I could think that you could say about this bolt carrier group is the 9310 bolt. However, I don't think that's really a big deal because the 9310 versus 158C versus S7 steel usage in bolts for ARs has been going on for a while now. At least the debate has. So far, it seems like all of them generally work pretty well. Now, a lot of people will say the mil spec is 158. Absolutely true. However, there's been a lot of things that have been changed to the mil spec over the years. Originally the mil spec was a non-chrome line barrel, so that certainly has changed. Other things have changed as well. And 9310 is starting to gain some acceptance for sure. The price on this sucker for the complete bolt carrier group, I think the MSRP is $109 on AIM's website, and that's pretty reasonable in my opinion for all you get. And one thing you do get from AIM anyway is really good customer service. I mean, you can look around the internet, all you're going to find is good examples of AIM's customer service. There's no questions asked warranty. If you happen to get the one in you know, whatever, 1,000 volts that's a little bit off, by all means, just let them know and they'll send you a new one out right away. They're pretty good like that. So that's about it, guys. If you have any questions that we didn't cover here in the video, by all means, post below in the comment section. I'll put a link to this sucker down in the video description, but you can post those comments below or over at my Facebook page. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and hope to see you in the next video.